We're recording. All right, first ride.
I'm not so great on being on camera necessarily.
That's all right. You'll get used to it. So, I don't have a proper microphone yet, guys, but we'll get that going eventually. I'm gonna do a voiceover eventually when we get riding. But there she is. I got the trip permit today and the insurance.
I'm saying I prefer not to be online.
Whatever. You don't have a choice. You're with the Oregon Motorcycle Rider. You don't have a choice.
Yeah,
Or Oregon Motorcycle. That's the name of the channel. Yeah. So this is my roommate. He's got the Tryout 675 Street Triple. This is a bad motherfucker right here. You want to talk about some low-end torque on a bike? This bike has it. So we're gonna go down to the gas station and see if this bike makes it down to the gas station to get some gas, some fresh gas, and then we'll go from there. Like a pro. Nice boots.
Alright, so here we go. Finally got it on the road and I'm super excited. I'm almost a little bit nervous right here, but whatever. So anyways, I don't know if you guys can tell, but the bike's missing. It's got a little stutter on the bottom end. It pretty much goes away above 6,000 RPM, so taking off is a little bit jerky sometimes, like right here. But yeah, what's on the list right now is coils and plugs and get a throttle body sync. And hopefully that's going to take care of it. If not, we might look into a valve adjustment. But anyways, so right here I pulled a total noob mistake.
Want to see something stupid?
Oh,
I didn't peel the sticker off.
yeah. You didn't do that on your tires either. That's alright.
Well, not the back one, but
Burn them off.
the front one. All right. I went to close my windscreen. I was like, what the hell?
Alright, so we're back off, headed to the gas station here. So anyways, coming up to the stop sign right here. So what happens here is my buddy, my roommate, he ends up stalling his bike right here at this the stop sign. So as you see, I'm going to be taking off. I'm going to be waiting out for him. We found out later that his bike had a bad battery, and we ended up replacing the battery that day in his bike. We tried charging it. We took the battery to a shop, and the shop tested it and actually said it was good. So we ended up just swapping batteries, and his bike turned perfectly fine. So we decided to go buy a new battery, and it's been fine ever since. So anyways, so what I'm paying especially close attention to right now is the temp on the bike. The last time I started it, I ran it up to temp to see if it would cycle or not, and it didn't cycle. It just kept getting hotter and hotter and hotter, and the fan never came on. So that was a little bit of concern for me, and it actually got up to like 235 degrees or something. And that was just sitting still. Well, come to find out, little research I did with the fan not working, that's normal. That's going to happen on this type of bike. So in this video here, I don't have the fan switch hooked up yet. I'm just cruising it and keeping speed and paying special attention to the temperature. But on this ride, the temps did fine, and there's no leaks, no nothing. So I'm super happy with that. And I ended up going home later that day or the next day and installing an inline switch to turn the fan on. But still, the fans will not cycle on this bike. So I don't know what's going on with that. Installing the switch didn't disconnect the fan circuit. It still should come on. It's just, I just added a little hot lead in there, so I could just tap a hot lead in there if I wanted to. And if I'm sitting in traffic, I tried it out a couple days after this, and it works flawlessly. It'll drop the temp down to like almost 20 degrees if you run it for a couple minutes. So yeah, the cooling system's working good and that kind of thing. So happy with that. We're about to pull into the gas station right now, and it's kind of cool because the gas attendant there, he really liked my bike, and you know, after spending all this time and effort and getting it running, and the first place you stop, the first person says what he says, made me feel really good inside. So yeah, anyways, here we go to the gas station.
This is the first time I'm riding it. I just got it down. I just built it.
Really?
Yeah. Thank you. I've been working on it for like a month.
It looks fucking sweet.
Thank you.
So my roommate's over there trying to get a little bit of charge on his motorcycle, thinking that he's going to charge the battery up. Yeah, at this point we didn't know that it was a bad battery. If we had known, we would have turned around and went and got a battery for it. But I ended up being a smart ass to him and told him not to stall his bike, and we wouldn't have any problems. So, and that's what he did. We didn't have any problem on this ride. So, anyways, tank was completely dead pretty much. What I did is I have a boat also, so I took a little bit of gas out of my boat, which was probably, I don't know, say 4 or 5 months old. And I put maybe a quarter gallon in this tank along with some fuel injection cleaner and a little bit of seafoam, I believe. Just some stuff, some chemicals in there to try to help break up anything that's been sitting. The bike's been sitting for years in a storage, so anything that would help. So now we're gonna fill it all the way up with fresh gas, and then on the second tank of gas, I put a couple ounces of fuel injection cleaner in there also. So as of the date of this movie, I think I have 3 full tanks of gas ran through it at this point. So, and the bottom end idle, it did mellow out a little bit. It's still missing on the bottom end, but not as bad as this first video here, but still, it's still there. So, yeah, like I said, spark plugs and coil packs coming up pretty soon after we get the title. And yeah, speaking of title, we're going to talk about that here in a minute, and I'll let you know how I'm doing on that.
Oh, getting in full drop.
Right on.
Have a nice ride, man.
Thanks. You gonna follow me? Yeah, just gonna cruise around some back streets. You cool?
I stalled out, my engine didn't start again.
What happened?
I stalled out, and the engine didn't start again.
Oh, you had the bump started? Is that what took you so long back there? Yeah. Well, don't fucking stall it.
Yeah, we made sense.
so we're just gonna cruise around here. Like I said, I'm just kind of watching the temperature and seeing what that's doing. I was gonna go straight through this intersection here and go around the roundabout, but we ended up doing that later. This intersection's held across, and I'm not trying to cross it on the first ride of a motorcycle. So anyways, and then look at this Subi. But she seen me, so she smiled. Anyways, let's talk about the title for a minute. Gosh, I'm still having issues with this title. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys, it's starting to bug me a little bit. But basically where we're at is, so you knew that I sent a letter to the residence of the last registered owner. His sister ended up opening the letter, which she shouldn't have. She should have returned it. But anyways, she opened it, called me, told me that he was in prison, and that he's going to be in prison for a while, approximately another 5 years. So I took that information to the DMV, which was basically just my word and didn't mean anything. And that's what they looked at me like. They're like, you still have to get a hold of the last original owner. He needs to release liability to you. So, or you need a letter from the residence returned to sender, unopened. And then they can take that and they can take that down to Salem, and it goes through a process or whatever, and they evaluate the situation and determine if they can give you the title or not. So they, at the DMV, they were telling me that I need to contact the prison. So yeah, it's a fat chance in hell you're going to get a prisoner to release title on a motorcycle to somebody that he doesn't know. I mean, come on guys, let's get for real. And on top of that, I searched the prison database. There's a national federal prison database you can search with his name. I found nothing. I spent hours, ended up getting a virus on my computer, which I'm totally bummed about too. And it's just like, ugh, this shit never stops. So anyways, leaving the DMV, I asked him, I said, can I still send another letter? And if I get it returned to sender, will that work? Can we start the process? And they said yes. So okay, I went right back to the post office, and I sent a different type of certified letter. I forget what they call it, but it costs like 4 times as much. It costs almost $12 to send this letter, about 10 miles. And so it makes it to where the actual person has to sign for it. And as of this video, it was rejected at the residence and is sitting at the post office waiting to be returned to sender. So that's positive news, I guess. So when that gets returned to me, I'm going to take that returned letter to the DMV and see if we can start the process of getting the title. Now, when we start the process of getting the title, they issue me a 120-day riding license, or not a riding license, I'm sorry, tags, basically. We're good for 120 days. And then if I get the title, then I get to register it for the 2 years or 4 years or whatever you want to do. Right now, I'm riding on a 2-week, or whatever it is, 20 days temporary tag. And the thing is you're only allowed to get 2 of those per year. So, and I'm not getting this letter back until after this expires. So you guys see what's going on here. So, as soon as that letter comes back, I'm going to take it back to the DMV, and hopefully they're going to start the process of filing for a lost pink without the original owner for me, and I'm going to be able to get my 120-day tag permit. I hope that's what's going to happen. So yeah, I hope you guys keep your fingers crossed. If not, honestly, I've been looking at frame swaps. It's not something I want to do, but I'm pretty confident that I would have no problem doing it in the weekend. It just comes down to more money and more hassle. So I can pick up a frame and with a title for right around $400 shipped to my house. So, you know, there's that option. So I don't know. We'll see. I just hope that I can get this thing cleared and filed and in this thing. So we'll see what happens. So anyways, we just stopped at the Home Depot. I checked in with my roommate, make sure he's doing okay and everything. He doesn't have too much street riding experience. Not as much as me. I'm not saying that I'm a better rider than him, because I'm not a good rider by any means, but I know how to ride a bike. I've been riding bikes off and on since my early 20s. I rode quite a bit in California. Rode mostly street, but some dirt. Busted my arm up really bad on a dirt bike once. But I've never had any real spills on the street. Had close calls like everybody else. But so anyways, just kind of keeping tabs on him and making sure he's doing okay, and the fact that his battery's dead. So yeah, there you go. We're gonna cruise around a little bit, and this is, like I said, this is my first ride on this bike. Not only that, it's my first ride, motorcycle ride, official in Oregon that I've been on. Like I said, all my riding has been in California, and what's cool about this is it actually ended up raining on us, and we got rained out on the way home at the end of this video, so it made it an official Oregon motorcycle trip. So I'm kind of stoked about that. But anyways, probably gonna throw some music on here in a minute. Let you guys just kick back and enjoy the scenery around. We cruised around, you know, we're cruising around Oregon City here, and we ended up going through Milwaukee, just messing around. Like I said, just shaking the bike down and making sure all the fluids are staying inside of it, and that's about it. Was gonna drop a knee right here, but yeah, I didn't feel like showing off.
second, man. What do you think the teacher's gonna look like this year? Teacher, stop that screaming. Teacher, don't you see? Don't wanna be no uptown fool. Maybe I should go to hell, but I'm doing well. Teacher needs to see me after school. I think of all the education that I missed, but then my homework was never quite like this. Oh, got it bad, got it bad, got it bad. I'm hot for teacher. I got it bad, so bad. I'm hot for teacher. I heard you misters were back. I brought my pencil. Give me something to write on. I heard about your lessons, but lessons are so cold. I know about this school. Little girl from Cherry Lawn, how can you be so bold? How did you know the golden rule? I think of all the education that I missed, but then my homework was never quite like this. Oh, got it bad, got it bad, got it bad. I'm hot for teacher. I've got it bad, so bad. I'm hot for teacher. Oh man, I think the clock is slow. I don't feel dirty. Class dismissed. Ooh, yeah. I got it bad, got it bad, got it bad. I'm hot for teacher. Oh! Oh, yes, I'm hot. Wow. Oh my God.
All right, so as you can see here, we hit a little bit of rain, but we're on our way back right now, so it's no biggie. But it's kind of funny that my first ride in Oregon ended up raining on us. But I wasn't too happy about it because I'm on brand spanking new tires right now too, so those two combinations aren't exactly the best. But whatever, didn't break the tires loose at all, and we made it home just fine. So yeah, so during the time I was making this video, it's, you know, I've been working on this video for a couple days. It's a long video, sorry, but anyways, I got a text message from the guy that used to own this bike from prison. So he says, it was a weird number. He says that the federal prisons have some kind of system where it allows the inmates to text people. And he wrote me this long text explaining who to get in contact with, and that this person could help me that had power of attorney for him, and they're going to help me get the title and sign me a bill of sales. So that is great news. Big sigh of relief. I was actually really happy to hear that. So this next week I'm going to work on contacting that person and hopefully yeah, meeting them at the DMV or whatever it takes to get a bill of sales signed over, and then hopefully I won't have to go through the process of, you know, waiting 120 days for, you know, Salem to approve it and whatnot, and to make sure that, you know, in fact, that I do deserve it. Hopefully the bill of sales, I'm just going to be able to sign it over and do a title transfer right there. That should be the way it's going to work. So keeping my fingers crossed for that. So, but anyways, we're just basically on our ride home. We're going to get home here and park the bikes, and then we went and got him a new battery, and we put it in his bike and everything, so it ran good. So I thank you guys. If you guys are still hanging on and watching this long, I thank you guys for hanging out this long. If you guys want to continue the journey with me, hit the subscribe button down below. It's the little red box that says subscribe. Hit that button and you'll be notified when I upload a new video. And yeah, I've got my computer right now is full of footage. We've been riding quite a bit. I've put in almost 700 miles on the bike so far. And that's been in about, I don't know, a week and a half or so. So I've gotten quite a bit of footage of just riding. So I just plan on doing some riding music videos, kind of what you've seen here. I do plan on in the future getting the correct setup with some Bluetooth so we can communicate, and I could get a microphone going for you guys so I could talk as I'm riding. I don't have to go back and do a voiceover like I'm doing now. So might make for easier editing and all that good stuff. So, but yeah, that's about it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Post any comments down below with any suggestions or any questions you guys have. I'm also on a forum too. It's Northwest Moto, I think, or Moto Northwest or something like that. And I've been meeting some of you guys there, talking to some of you guys there too. So, but anyways, that's it for this episode. We'll see you next time on Oregon Motorcycle.